He thought I trusted him with everything. I never said I did. My husband moved $50,000 out of our joint account 3 days before he asked me for a divorce. He thought I was distracted. I was watching. Marcus and I had been married for 7 years, and somewhere in the fifth year I noticed something shift, not in the way he spoke to me, but in the way he spoke about money. He started using words like mine and separate and just in case, and each time he said them he looked away slightly, the way people do when they are rehearsing something. I did not confront him. I started taking notes. The joint account he moved the money into belonged to his sister, a detail he thought I would never trace because I had never shown interest in his family finances. But I had been quietly learning everything about where our money lived. 2 months before the transfer, I had already moved my personal inheritance into a separate account under a trust I set up alone. My grandmother left me $120,000, and Marcus had always referred to it as our safety net. It was never ours. I just never corrected him. When he sat me down and said he wanted out, his expression was the practiced kind, soft but prepared, the look of someone who believes they have already won the next conversation. He told me he thought we should divide things simply and fairly. I agreed and said nothing else. My attorney had already been briefed for 6 weeks. The documents were ready. The financial records I had gathered, account statements, transfer histories, a pattern of him routing small amounts for over a year, were organized into a single file my attorney held. Marcus had also borrowed against the equity in our home, without my knowledge, something that is not legal without both signatures, meaning someone had forged mine or convinced a broker to look the other way. My attorney flagged it before I even knew to look. When the formal proceedings began, and his attorney presented their proposed asset division, my attorney placed the file on the table. No speech, no accusation, just the documents. Marcus looked at the transfer records, and I watched the prepared expression leave his face slowly, the way color drains from something. His sister was contacted directly regarding the transferred funds and the legal implications of receiving assets during an active financial dispute in a marriage. The home equity issue was referred to the appropriate authority. Within 4 days, his attorney called mine and asked to renegotiate. They did not use the word renegotiate, they said reconsider, but they meant the same thing. I received the house, a fair division of the remaining joint assets, and full legal separation from any debt he had accrued privately. Marcus received significantly less than he had planned for. He never raised his voice during the process, and neither did I. The last time I saw him in a professional setting, he looked at me the way people look when they realize the version of you they were managing was never the real one. I did not explain myself. There was nothing to explain. He had mistaken my calm for unawareness and my silence for trust. I had simply been paying attention the entire time, and when the moment came, I did not need to say a word because the paperwork said everything. Some people protect themselves loudly. I had always preferred receipts.